I personally thought that it was going to be like, you're safe tonight. Like you get a rose tonight. No matter
That's what I thought too.
Yeah. Right. Like that was or like, this is like a immunity 1 week. Like you can like give yourself a rose 1 week or something along those lines that was going to equate to like safety.
Yeah.
But it's not. And you open it up and
it's kind of like a backhanded gift.
It basically sucks because you now have the power to steal someone else's date. But the issue with that is he chose to go on the date with someone else and not you. So it's like, well, like, how's he going to feel about that? So, what were your thoughts when you read it? And
I think when I first read the card, my stomach just drops because I don't know. I understand that like this is an intense environment. It's such a unique experience, but I never want an experience or a challenge or something really difficult to change my heart, my values, my morals. And so, you know, my mom has always told me if something's not for you, it's not for you. You never cheat, you never steal, you never, punch someone in the throat to get what you want. And so I think that...
Bad advice before you go on The Bachelorette. Or Bachelor. Bad advice before you go on The Bachelor.
What? No, good advice. Joe's just being shady.
I'm joking.
Joe.
I'm joking.
I think that there's a way that you can walk through really challenging experiences, but still respect others and, be kind. And so I definitely was really sad, I think, when I first... open the card and you saw like I was so emotional. I'm a Pisces.
So are you? That makes sense.
Forgive me, y'all. Like the tears were flowing. I was like, I know for a fact there's not a drop of foundation left on my face because I cried it all off. Yeah, which is fine. But
were you emotional and sad because, and this is at least this is why I thought it, and this is why I would have been upset because it essentially was a letdown.
Yeah, like there had to have been a little disappointment in your heart when you opened it, right? Like it's this build up. You're thinking this card's like an advantage, and it's kind of like if I use this advantage, I have to. You were already saying like the women are going to be looking at me. I kind of have a target on my back coming in with this card, and now you're getting the card, and you're like, I have an advantage, but
is it an advantage?
And on top of that, if I use the card, there's going to be a lot of animosity in the house against me.
Totally. And like, I couldn't imagine being on the receiving end and like you're getting ready to go on this date and you're so excited and it's intentionally chosen for you by Joey. And Joey's like expecting Daisy to show up and I'm like, hey, and he's like, this is not Daisy. Yeah. Like, who is this? Like, you know what I mean?
He's like, Leia, I didn't invite you here.
Like, you're not Daisy or whoever. But I'm just like, it was such a double-edged sword because it's like, okay, you use it. Yeah, it's an advantage because you get more time with him. But now you just like hurt another woman's feelings so badly. Mm-hmm.
So where do you think, because we saw like tears in your interview and we saw a lot of tears when you were telling the woman about it. Where do you think those tears were coming from? Like what was it that was pulling at your heartstrings? Was it like you were disappointed, you were torn? Like what were those emotions?
Yeah, I think I was sad because, I'm giving up this advantage and like a great opportunity to spend time with Joey. So I'm sad. Mm-hmm. And then, I feel like I was just I don't know how to articulate. That was such a whirlwind of emotions, but I think I was just, wanting to do the right thing and wanting to do right by Joey and his autonomy to choose his journey and then also the journeys of the other women, because had I used that, it could have derailed, someone else's journey. And I was like, you know what, if Joey wants to give me a one-on-one, he will absolutely do that. And I'm not going to have to punch someone in the throat and take it from them, so like, it's all good in the hood.
Let's say, what would you have done if the card would have said, you're not stealing a date, it just guarantees you a date?
Oh, then that would have been great. I would have popped the champagne and been like,
I'm keeping this card.
Yeah, like, let's go, but that wasn't the case. I'm like, who chose this for me?